If I talk this fast, it'll be something, and then blah, 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 blah. And then it was 2 minutes of that, and I look at it, and I'm like,
Did you talk directly in the mic or over the mic?
I didn't even have a mic. It was just me and the camera, and it was just bad. It was just bad. Oh my goodness. So I got the blueprint. And that's the blueprint for each and every one of you all. Doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. I promise you, if you do those things, I promise you it will make your journey to where you're going a lot easier. The next thing that I want you to write down, after you get your blueprint, now what do you got to do when you start? You got to break ground. What they call that? You got to do your what? Foundation. There we go. I confused you all. Foundation. Next thing that I want you to write down is your foundation. There's a story about the Millennium Towers in San Francisco. Anybody ever heard of the Millennium Towers? Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, these are the towers that look over that bridge in LA that's on the beginning of Full House. Y'all remember? No? What's that's it. San Francisco. It's the Golden Gate Bridge, right? It's the same bridge that's on the Golden State Warriors uniforms. And the Millennium Towers, they look over this giant bridge, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. And in this beautiful structure, they have 300 multi-million-dollar condos. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. But so this family, it was on 60 Minutes. Eric Thomas was talking about it, and then I looked it up. It was on 60 Minutes. They said this family who was in one of these multi-million-dollar condos, a marble dropped on the floor, and then the marble went like this. The family was like, hold on. That's not supposed to happen. So they started doing some research. Let me look up what's going on, what's happening with this thing. And they found out that when they were building the structure of this building, they only went down 800 feet. And when you only go down 800 feet, you're building on sand and gravel. So this beautiful structure, you can look it up, I promise you, is sliding down centimeters every single year. And you can look it up. And now it's pretty much worthless. This family lost $3.5 million on their condo. Why? Because it was built on sand and gravel. Sometimes what we try to do is we try to build our lives on sand and gravel and take the easy way out. Truthfully, raise your hand if at some point in time you felt like you definitely wasn't giving your best. I felt that way. I was literally building my whole life on sand and gravel. And what they said was, if they would have just went down to 2,000 feet, they would have hit something called bedrock to where they could have actually built on a solid foundation. See, if they wasn't trying to build a structure of this magnitude, going down 800 feet would have worked. But because they're building something of such a magnitude, they needed to go down 2,000 feet. Because I want to build something of a particular magnitude, there's more work that I have to do than the average person. If you want to get your family out of I think the new term that they're using is called, oh my goodness, I can't remember this term. I just went to this in-service the other day. Economically disadvantaged. Y'all was economically disadvantaged. I didn't even know about the TRIO program, but I promise you I was eligible for it. But I didn't know. My mom's single mom of 4.